consciousness that is living in a world experiencing a world and world events that seem so real in a similar way that the fellow being chased by the lion in the night dream seems so real. There is a finality to waking up from the dream of separation. It is not simply another dream story. I can share so many things with you. Via words. But whatever I am sharing with you via words gets its real meaning from the wordless. If the meaning of the words is strictly in the words, there is a limitation to what is being shared. It is conceptual conversation. So as these words are being uttered, with the real meaning of these words being the silence that is behind these words, in a similar manner, the listening is a listening with the silence, from the silence, by the silence, not from, by, or with your mind. That's quite a conundrum for the mind. What do you mean? I am here. What do I do with myself? But that's the message. That's precisely the message being given to the mind. That this conversation bypasses you. Because what we are talking about is not a worldly experience, not something that you can recollect, not something that you can experience, not something that you can have, not something that you can lose. It is what is. It is the truth of what you are. So the mind wants to get it, but will not get it. Because the mind deals in forms. Gross and subtle forms. It deals in forms. It deals in things. Whether they are objective, quotes unquote, objective things, or constructs. But what we are talking about is neither objective, neither a construct. So what we are talking about is what you truly are, what truly is. So the mind goes, oh, well, I know what I am. I am this person. I am this body-mind. Period. And I have my story, my past stories, and my future stories, and my current stories. But if you tell the mind, where are you also the bee? Are you also the butterfly? Are you also the unborn child that will be born in? The unborn child. Are you also the fellow in Calcutta that is right now crossing the street? Are you also the fish in the depth of the ocean? Are you also none of that? The mind goes, wait a minute. We need to have a talk about that. We need to have a discussion about this. But we're not having a discussion. Because any discussion with the mind is a discussion with an assumption. The assumption that you are having a discussion with is the assumption that I am this person. And I am this person has a very strong support. The support of I am this person is a belief. Everybody believes this belief. So here we are. So many millions against you. I'm intimidated. Not really. And also it has a very strong support from the feeling. We all feel that we are this person. Not really. Just make believe right now. So here we are, standing face to face with a whole bunch of thoughts and beliefs that I am this person. And I can document that. I have a name, birth date, I own a house, a car, all that is documented. In my file cabinet, I have a file cabinet in my office. And I have plans, future plans. I have all sorts of future plans, and there are folders to document that. And I have photo albums, lots of photo albums. But more important than that, I feel that I am me, and you feel that you are you. So that's the evidence that we are facing, that you are facing. You are facing the evidence of history, story, future plans and thoughts, and the feelings that I am this person. that I say all of that is nonsense. It's nonsense. A thought, the thought that I am, fill in the blanks. Simple thought that I am a man or a woman. Yes? Thought that I'm a man and a woman. Is perceived. Yes? It's perceived. If it's not perceived, it doesn't exist. Let's say you wake up in the morning and there isn't any thought about you being a woman or a man. Imagine. And you go through the whole day without the thought ever arising. Somehow. And somehow I meet you at lunch at the local cafe and tell you, hey, are you a man or a woman? That thought hasn't arisen at all. You'd have to go somewhere to answer that thought. You'd have to go to some file. So the thought that I am a man or a woman is perceived. If it's not perceived, it doesn't exist. It's not there. There is nothing we're talking about. Yes? So, what perceives that thought? Is it the man that perceives that thought, or is it the woman that perceives that thought? Something perceives that thought. Something hears these words right now. Is it a man hearing these words, or is it a woman hearing these words? It's neither. Neither a man nor a woman is hearing these words. Yet these words are heard. So the thought that I'm a man or a woman is perceived. What perceives that thought is neither a man nor a woman. And yet you cannot deny it. You cannot deny the hearing of these words right now. You cannot deny the perceiving of the thought, I am a man or I am a woman, whenever it arises. You cannot deny the perceiving, the perception. And also, you can recognize that the perception, whatever that is neither a man nor a woman. And yet, the thought that is being perceived says, I'm a man or I'm a woman. So, which one are you? Commonly, that's referred to as ignorance. I know somebody got insulted once when I used the term ignorance. Ignorance doesn't mean anything else besides ignoring the truth, being ignorant of the truth, ignoring the truth, ignoring the reality, ignoring what is, meaning believing that the magician that's cutting the lady in half is actually cutting the lady in half.